I think we all underestimate the power of what the business is because it's too cheap to get involved. I mean, that's one of the disadvantages of our price is that I think some people go, well, wow, I paid $300. Like, what could I possibly get? You can't hardly even go, shopping for your grandkids for $300. And I know I'm finding that out on a yearly basis right now. We're popping out grandbabies like crazy. So I look at it as if you are just getting started, or maybe you've been in the business for a while and you've never really got it started. A lot of people make the mistake of feeling like they have to know everything. And I really feel like that slows everybody down, because just like anything we do in life, even if you go to school to be something, when you go out in the world to do it, it's quite different, right? And it changes all the time. So one of the things is remember the excitement you had when you started. Like it's important to keep that perspective, because a lot of people, they forget how unique ACN is. I mean, if you look at the industry today, it's full of product companies, and that's fine. I'm not against products. I actually take supplements every single day myself, but none of my friends do. So when I look at the business and I go, okay, wait a minute here, I don't really need to know the pricing because it changes all the time and the website tells me what it is. I really don't need to know that. I don't really need to know the terms of services or any of that because the website tells us, right? Like that's the thing is, you got to think more like Amazon. That's one of the things people don't do is they try to become the message of all that stuff. Well, Amazon does billions of dollars of revenue, and I don't see any tutorials on there on how to buy shoes or why they should buy these shoes, right? They're just giving the information, and that's the key to the business. And this is the thing people miss the most. We don't control anything in the business whatsoever except for exposure. Getting someone to look is the only thing we can control. So if you're doing anything but that, you are not doing the business. You're not. You may be feeling like you are, but you're preparing to do the business. And that doesn't pay very well. I know from experience that does not pay very well. So if you start thinking along the lines of how can I get more people to look at what I have? That's number one, is how do I do that? Am I doing that? I can tell you right now that if you're in a slump in ACN, it's because you're not exposing it. And I'm not saying you have to be that, you don't have to be the best presenter or trainer. That's not required anymore with all the videos, with all the online Zoom stuff, with everything we have going on today. All you have to do is say, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but I found a company that's paying me on my electricity bill. Would you be interested in seeing some information on it? I don't know if you're interested or not, but I had a company now who's providing me with free wireless service. Would you like a free cell phone? I could show you how to do it. Like, you have to keep it simple. Quit being complicated, okay? The reason why, and this is something, and it's proven, if you look at ACN as a model, a lot of people come in and they blow the business up when they know nothing. Why? Because emotion moves you. Emotion makes you do things that you normally would not do. Just like when you get mad, you say things you don't really mean, right? And when you're happy, you feel like you're Superman or Wonder Woman, right? Emotion's the key. So when you start becoming an analyst, the emotion goes away. And I'm not talking about doing cartwheels. Everyone who knows me on this call knows I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who's going to go up there and run across the stage and do all those things. But what I want to do is get you excited about what can help you, the information. That to me is more exciting than anything. So if you, the very long answer to your short question is simply expose more, start to think of ways to get people just to simply look. And it has to be intriguing. It has to be like, courting your girlfriend was and courting your wife. I don't think the young generation even says that anymore. They shoot them text, hey.
I still say that. I courted Jordana. We courted, right?
I mean, I'm probably too old for this call. But the thing is that you don't spill all the goods the first day, right? Like there's attraction. There's an attraction point. Why would someone be attracted to see what I have if I keep just spilling it out? Line after line after point after point, they're going to say, my life's too busy. Everyone's got busy lives, but they're not making any money while they're busy. I can tell you that. because most people don't make much money. That's a fact. I mean, I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know here. 3% of the country makes 100,000 or more a year, which is turning into not much money anymore, right? So what does that mean the rest of 97% of the population are doing? So there are people looking. I promise you. And I can tell you for a fact, they're looking from someone else if you're not approaching them.